We are the number 8 team in the country, which has put us into the college football playoff following a great regular season performance. Some ups and downs in there, but of course, a good record. Through the conference championship, where we took on, we defeated the devil. That's what Western Kentucky and their freak mascot is. We battled. It's not the right mythology, the devil with the Titans, but you're going to have to just roll with it. We have made it to the college football playoff. We were the highest ranked group of 5 team, or whatever you want to say nowadays with whatever is going on in the pack. But we are forced to play, as we are a group of 5 team, we are forced to play in the first round. We'll take on the 8-3, number 9 ranked Tennessee Volunteers. That's a tough matchup for us. Would have much rather play USC, of course, or Duke, or even Houston. But no, we get the SEC team that only lost 3 games the entire year, which is impressive in the SEC, factoring in that they might have had Georgia on their schedule, or Alabama, Texas, some of these big-time schools. Yeah, I'll sneak Texas in there. They're the number 1 team in the country again in real life, so damn right. Damn right. It's about time. Anyway, if we win this game, guess what? We have to play Georgia. It's not fun. It isn't. But that's what we find ourselves up against. Although, if USC defeats Texas A&M, are they just guaranteed to play Virginia? Or because they're the lower ranked team, the lowest seed, would they have to play number 1 Georgia then? That I'm actually unsure about. I guess it's a possibility, but the bracket says that if we win this game, we have to play Georgia. So that's obviously a possibility. If you didn't see the end of the last episode, we went over early National Signing Day. But, of course, we've got a very, very solid class right now. Number 5 with 2 5-stars, but 11 4-stars make up really the bulk of our class. 6 3-stars as well. And our recruiting cycle is not done, as we still have a number of fish on the line, so to speak, with Quincy Penn on the verge of committing. Ezekiel Tutt maybe or almost is surely going to be in the class. And of course, like always, we'll be hitting the transfer portal and seeing if we can bring in some talented players that way. But that is for the off-season episode, which is hopefully a little while away, as we will try and defeat the Tennessee Volunteers. They will be headlined by, well, I guess he's not even a super young quarterback anymore as we get into Season 3, but Nico Iamaleava. He's now a redshirt junior, 95 overall quarterback. No more James Pierce, of course, but they do have a dominant-looking pass rusher in Caleb Herring. The offensive line, I'm sure, is going to be pretty good, headlined by Shumarad Umarov. Yep, he looks like one of those Dagestani guys, and he's got the name to match, so there you go. He's in the wrong sport. He's got to start grappling. 6'7", 320, that's a heavyweight champion. Although that's pretty big. But yeah, this is an extremely talented team. This is going to be a very, very tough game for us to win. They are a 90 overall. We do have the benefit of home field advantage, but this is the best team we've played the entire season. And certainly the best quarterback. If we're going to get lit up by Caden Veltkamp, we need to play our A game today if we're going to have any chance of stopping Nico Iamaleava. We're going full purple. Let's rock the throwbacks. Let's go. The crowd is rowdy. Look at them. Ready for kickoff here in Trenton, Florida. Here we go. Could be a future SEC opponent if we move conferences. And we might be ready for it, depending on how we play. Tennessee, only 51.9% on third down. You'd think they'd be a little bit better, but again, their competition has been better than what we've gone up against. So we'll need to play our A game today. Stadium going wild. It's a college football playoff game, and they're throwing over the middle already. Big hit from McAllister, but I'm sure Tennessee will take that. And something I previewed in the last episode that could end up giving us a ton of problems, the wide splits from the Josh Heupel offense here at Tennessee. It spaces out the field a lot. It makes everything very tough to defend because it opens up the entire middle of the field. Look how far, number 11 is on the sideline, for example. It makes things very, very tough to defend. And then if you open up the middle of the field, that makes it easier to run. It makes it easier to pass. It makes it easier, it seems like, to do everything. So, hopefully, they don't stay in that the entire game. They haven't shown it a lot. This video is sponsored by Underdog. Did go 3 for 3 on Sunday Night Football with the Giants and Bengals. Did not do anything on Monday Night Football. We're looking to bounce back here this weekend. There are a bunch of picks that I really, really like, and so much so that I even made an 8-man, which is insane, but it gets flexed out when you do more than 5 picks, so you get a percentage based on how many picks you get. If you get 6 out of 8, I think you still make $21 on a $20 entry, so you come away with $1. Very low probability that something like this hits. However, if it does, it's an insane payout. So I'll just talk about these 8 picks, and then I also quite like Tony Pollard, higher 60.5 rushing yards. Baker Mayfield, higher 247.5 passing yards. Tucker Kraft, lower 38.5 receiving yards. A lot of these are just based on the matchups, right? Like, Baltimore allows more passing yards than any team in the league. The Texans are better against tight ends than any team in the league. The Chiefs are the worst against tight ends compared to every team in the league. So we're just playing the matchups, and especially, playing good players. In the case of Mayfield and Kittle and Bijan against Seattle, higher 63.5. Demario Douglas, higher receiving yards. Chuba Hubbard, higher rushing yards. Maybe a little bit weird with Jonathan Brooks coming back from injury, right? But he's never played. Chuba has been on fire. You lose your best interior defensive lineman. I'm expecting it to not be very good. And Chuba, again, is just on a roll right now in that Carolina offense. Trevor Lawrence, higher 1.5 passing touchdowns. Could get a bit weird, but Trevor Lawrence is just throwing for 2 touchdowns every single week. And it's not like the New England pass defense is good at all. They actually allow more passing touchdowns than any other team in the league on average. And then Jared Goff, higher 248.5 passing yards against a not-so-good Minnesota defense that allows the most passing attempts in the league, which that stuff does end up mattering. So we're taking some chances here. Big 8-man, but of course I've turned them into 4-mans, 5-mans, 3-mans as well. You can go ahead and rearrange these, put, $1 or 2 on it, see if you can turn it into something. Use code BENGAL on Underdog Fantasy if you're in an applicable state. Download Underdog, use code BENGAL on Underdog. You'll get a special pick. You'll get a chance for bonus cash as well that you can play with. They even offer different promos as well, like a 31% profit boost. Use code BENGAL. You'll likely have this as well. I'm probably going to apply this to an entry that I like with my favorite 3. So use code BENGAL on Underdog. Link is down in the description, and hopefully I made some good picks this week. Mo Bamba's up. That's what we need. The real UT. That'll get the Volunteers fired up in the comment section. Throw over the middle. I'm sure if we lose this game, it's going to be, that's what you get. Fuck you. Come on, Titans. Let's stop them here. Oh, that's a lot of bursts from the running back. The Volunteers are rolling here early. Peyton Lewis, 3 carries, 22 yards already. They've thrown the ball pretty well. And they could just continue to try and run at us. See, we have a blitz here. We have to totally get out of that look with the wide splits, because then we're going to totally not disguise what we're doing. The corner's going to come up to blitz, and they're going to have 3 receivers right next to each other on the sideline. One of them will be wide open. So that totally screws up what we want to do when they go wide like this. We can't send our corners to blitz. This is brutal. This is brutal. Another big run right up the gut. 13 yards. Tennessee down to the 1. Still have not figured out how to stop this. I mean, it's early in this game, but we've seen other teams do this. Really haven't had much of an answer. Run right back up the middle. We accidentally didn't pinch our line at the last second, and I'm not sure it would have mattered if we did. It's a very strong drive from Tennessee. Sierra puts the Volunteers on the board first. Should be 7-0 pending the point after. That was a tough start. You can see those attributes pop up for Emmanuel Berlin, playing up to 99 man coverage, 97 zone coverage. It's just the speed is so bad for him that do any of those attributes even matter with 85 speed? You can't keep up with somebody with 93 speed. It's just not possible. Our offense is going to have to be great today. Javius Bond, start us off right. Not a lot of room to run. Sometimes I wonder, is it a good idea to just totally ignore kind of the design of the play and really try to bounce that outside? I feel like 52 probably makes a play if we really try to bounce this out. Or the safety coming up if we just go too far east-west. Maybe it's better to just take what's there. I mean, we got 2 as opposed to a negative, so that's not all that bad. But we don't want to just get 2 yards. I mean, that's a recipe for disaster. Get it out to the running back, Javius Bond. Again, cannot get through the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 6. I mean, this is a fast defense already, it feels like. They're strong. They're problematic. Need Zach Poole to have a big day. Here's 3rd down and 6. Play action under pressure. Streeter is brought down by David Hobbs. We didn't really have a chance there. All right. Not the drive we wanted to start here. Crowd kind of quieted a bit. And Tennessee will start on the 46-yard line. Pretty short field for them. Need our defense to make a play. Pick 6. Something big. Iamaliava looking to scramble and will. And slides in front of Alani Allen. If he uses his legs, if Nico gets on the move, we might be in trouble. We might be in some serious trouble, and we already are. And there he goes again. Read option. We can't bring him down. Try to take out his legs. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee. All right, I mean, the crowd still sounds pretty loud to me, but whatever. Act like you can't hear them. It's early. It's early. It'll be 14-0. We're probably going to try and air it out a bit more. I always like to try and establish the run. I don't know that we're a first-half running team. I know this sounds bizarre to say. I feel like we have a lot more success running it later in the game. I feel like we're one of those teams that needs to set up the run by establishing the pass. Doesn't seem to make any sense, but that's what happens. Zach Poole back to return. Make something happen. Can't do it. All right, Zach Poole, be a special player. Get it out there. It's going to be intercepted. How does that happen? That's got to be at least defensive pass interference or it's something. How is that possibly an interception? Zach Poole's running just a pretty easy, classic type of out route. Corner. Jermod McCoy ends up with the football. I mean, obviously, Henry Streeter under pressure. But I don't think that was the issue. Zach Poole just running to the corner here. I think up near the 30-yard lines where he makes that break. And he should end up getting open here. That's got to be something. Because he has inside leverage here. He gains it on the corner who's playing behind him. The football's coming out. That needs to be illegal contact. How do I get flagged for that? For much less, but that's nothing. And now it's Tennessee football with a chance to make it a 3-score game. That's insane. They're going to run it. There's a ton of space. We can't get off the block. We are being dominated here early. I mean, one of the best teams we played the entire year, and they're showing it. They look very, very good right now. Let's move Berlin, please. That's what Europe was saying following World War II. Just make this not a thing anymore. More like, I don't know. That's not it. Move into 2 parts. I don't know if you guys are students of history or not. It's another run. We can't get off the block. Even to set up 3rd and 6, that's not really that bad of a play at all for Tennessee. All right, they're going to actually move inside here. They're going some type of quad bunch on the right side. And finally, pressure gets there. It's Landon Dean. We needed somebody to make a play. Nico had open receivers, just held on to the football. Looked like some type of design screen. I don't know why he didn't throw the football. They had space, and it's a pretty good result for us. Miss this kick, please. All right. 17-0 Tennessee. It's getting late here early. We got to find a way to move the ball on offense. And our defense, man. We got to do something else. We are historically not a team that plays well down. So We could be in a tough spot here. We're going to lose 3. Really wanted Tyler Branham. It didn't end up getting open. And that's what happens on the RPO. Clay Ivy going to be playing a little bit more than Jeremy typically will. I just think that he adds a little bit more speed. And we're trying to throw the ball. It's not letting me. We do end up finding Clay Ivy. He's got very good speed. And Ivy gives us our biggest play of the game by far. It's the end of the first quarter. Jeremy Davis is a solid player. I just think Clay Ivy has more explosive potential. And at this point, we need to be more explosive. -9 rushing yards, of course, factoring in sacks. Tennessee already with 96. Combination of a really good running back and Nico Iamaleava running. It's a tough combination. They're a really good team, and we need to just play better. Quickly to Javius Bond. He's not able to reel it in. 2nd and 10. That's going to be intercepted. No, it's caught by Branham. Speed played the flat. We got very lucky there, but also run after catch would have been an easy first down and then a lot more. We were worried about the contact, and you can't change your catch type after you choose it. Javius Bond, nice move. That should be the first. I mean, they don't really have a big presence in the box here. As I say that, with Higdon rotating over, they're in some type of zone defense. Javius Bond up the gut, big gain. 2nd and inches, awesome time for a play-action shot. They don't fall for it. We have Higdon wide open. He had a huge game in the conference championship and gives us a fresh set of downs. Starting to find a little bit of rhythm. We can go play-action, deep shot to Zach Poole if we find ourselves with man coverage. We don't. We're just going to have to check it down. Bond gets nothing. 2nd and 10. Get up the middle. Streeter! They're all over him. Big hit, but a first down. Tried to slide. Contact was made from behind that stopped him from sliding. And thankfully, he does not put the football on the turf. Into the red zone now. Ivy, orbit motion. We're going to find him, but we can't keep his momentum. You're kidding me. 2nd and 10. This is a very long drive. We need to finish with points. Need to get points on the board. Throwing for Branham! Hold on! No, he drops it in the end zone. We need a better throw there from Streeter. He's been typically so good on the run. Major missed opportunity. It's 3rd and 10. And already I think we can't be settling for 3. Streeter is sacked. We won't have a choice. It's a big kick. Very big kick because of the spot. That looks like it's going to be pretty good, though. Seiler at least gives us points for the first time today. It's going to be 17-3 Tennessee. That was a good drive, but to only come away with a field goal there is not what we want. It was a really long drive by college football 25 standards. Just under 6 minutes, which is 2 minutes shy of the entire quarter. So, when you're trailing like we are, you need to be a little bit faster than that. You need some explosive plays. We got to find a way to get some of those. And Tennessee, we got to figure out a way to stop them. It's a counter run, which we haven't seen today. They seem to call the right play for every single thing we do. Thought that was going to be some type of inside zone. And of course, they run a counter. We have to be worried about inside zone now, though. Have to be worried about read option. Have to be worried about Nico, but we bring him down. Shymeek Jones, injured in the last game with an ankle bruise. You wouldn't know it from that explosiveness. Into the backfield almost instantly. And this will be the final play before the 2-minute timeout you'd expect. They're going to be forced to snap the ball. There it is. Get outside. Merriman can't shed the block in time. Christian Ellis is there to make the tackle. And that brings us to the 2-minute timeout. 3rd and 9. We need to stop if we're going to have a chance to win this game. And points before the half would be critical. This is a major, major moment in this game. Need a 3rd down stop. Dora doesn't have the speed. Big first down for the Volunteers. I know we need to get out there and cover that, right? But I got worried about 22. Morgan Merriman has that. We have to know where our help is. We have to get out and cover that. Big mistake for me with Mitch Dora. And that's a first down we really can't afford to allow. Throwing deep. McAllister cooked. Tennessee touchdown. Just don't have the speed in the back end. If they want to air it out, they can do that. If they want to run, they can do that. They are bigger, faster, stronger. That's a tough combination. Caleb Webb touchdown, and it is falling apart here in Trenton. If you thought we were ready for the SEC, this might be a wake-up call. Hits off Emmett Lemons. What are we doing? Why did he not lock onto the ball? That's not a glitch we can afford at this point in the game. Can't afford mistakes like that. Javius Bond. Gonna be really close to the first. Doesn't really matter at this point. This is the final drive of the half. Needs to be for us. We need points. I want to get Poole on a post. I want to throw it over a linebacker. It's exactly what we do, but cannot connect with Poole. There's a hold anyway. Sills is going to back us up deeper in our own end zone. Half the distance to the goal, or just about. 2nd and 9 from our own 9. What are we doing? They're blitzing. We got to get rid of it. Branham is there. He makes the catch. 3rd down and 4. It's an okay play because it's not a negative. I'm thinking Clay Ivy underneath. I don't really see it. No, I wanted Zach Poole. Instead, we get Higdon on the sideline. I tried to tap Poole's button. I accidentally hit Alex Higdon. Poole was wide open on a corner route. That is a really unfortunate miss. And that's going to be a pick. It's an errant throw. Streeter just missed Javius Bond. Not the smartest decision anyway, but it's a terrible throw. Bond was open enough that that should not be an interception. But Henry Streeter's pass was not even close. I mean, he missed him by how many yards is that? 3 yards, maybe? Yep. 31-3. Well, I'm starting to think the miracle college football playoff run might be coming to an end. A comeback is not necessarily impossible, right? But we got to play a lot better than what we've been doing so far. There's Tyler Branham. We do have 3 timeouts. We need points. 31-10 is bad, obviously. But you see a path to maybe getting back in this game at 31-10. Tyler Branham with a ton of room to run. You don't really necessarily see one at 31-3 or worse. And a lot of that, we've struggled at the quarterback position today, statistically. Aired out down the field for Clay Ivy. It's knocked down. We also have been a little unlucky. We've been screwed. And it's tough to beat the game and Tennessee. We call timeout. That first interception on what absolutely needed to be either illegal contact or defensive pass interference was insane. Our returner, and it was getting away from us early. We can't stop them when we're on defense either, but our returner doesn't lock into the ball and it hits off his leg. We're completely backed up from the start of the drive. That's not good. Javius Bond knocked out at the 2. This needs to be a touchdown. We need to find the end zone. Get Poole in motion. We're going to use him as a blocker. They actually bring 2 over that way. Can we run it to the other side? They're not letting us. Let me run it to the other side, please. Javius Bond, cutback, power, touchdown. Our first touchdown of the game comes with about 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 2's all over the place. 20 seconds. Second quarter. I was going to say like T's all over the place. Trenton Titans touchdown, but I said 2's instead. But a lot of T's in 2. We're losing so bad, I'm currently delirious at not making any sense. It's 31-10. There's a lot of game left, but we're going to need a lot to happen. How about a fumble? A fumble here to end the first half. We return it. 31-17. That still doesn't sound good. We're in rough shape here. We should expect a run. Oh, no. Just bring him down. He's averaging 9.4 yards an attempt. And look at the middle of the field. I mean, it's so open. Alani Allen can't get hands on it. Instant answer. Volunteer touchdown. Alani Allen's starting to look pretty human here in recent weeks. Our secondary had a really good run, and we've been getting absolutely exposed here. Western Kentucky dominated us. New Mexico State played us pretty well, at least in the first half. And now Tennessee is just dominating. Just 5 seconds left. I mean, at this point, we just need to take it into the half, but I want to try and get some type of lucky deep shot down the field. Just not sure that's going to be possible. We need time. Branham's going to stay in the block. It's going to be Ivy or Poole down the field. Do we have the time to get a deep shot off? We don't. Incomplete. 38-10 going into the locker room. Not the first half we were looking for, is my expert analysis there. They're going to highlight Joey Biggers here. 2 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown. But, I mean, you could highlight anybody. I mean, whoever wants to have a big game is having a big game right now for Tennessee. We'll get the football to start the third quarter, but we'll need a lot. We will need a lot. And now your offense down by 28 points becomes extremely one-dimensional if it wasn't already. We have 2 receivers right on top of each other. We need somebody to get up the field. But now we're going to be forced to throw. There's no question, right? We will be forced to throw the entire game. They're going to know it. They might let us dink and dunk a little bit. But, I mean, what can we really do here? We have to take a vertical approach. We need big plays, and we need them now. We're in a tremendously tough spot, and that took a lot of time off the clock. We are sacked. Tennessee in the backfield instantly. Play action is almost not even, there's no point. They know we're not going to be running the ball. This is tough. 3rd and 18, Streeter stepping up. We get 8 yards back. That was probably the most we could do, and punting is admitting that we've lost, and I'm not ready to do that just yet. Writing's on the wall, obviously, but we're not ready to give up. It's a college football playoff game, and that's intercepted. That's why Emmanuel Basher doesn't play on offense. That's why he's a special teamer. I can't even put that on Henry Streeter. I mean, Basher has a step inside, and then he loses all of it. The ball's probably where it needs to be. Basher's got to be less weak. You can't give up your entire position just like that. Absolutely cannot happen. Fumble, ball on the ground. We recover. Alani Allen falls on it. That's a break that we needed, I guess. Colby McAllister forced the football out. Big hit from the secondary. Somebody else flew in there as well. And Alani Allen falls on it. Play action does at least create some space. Throwing for Zach Poole. It's underthrown and intercepted. And that's going to be the last pass Henry Streeter throws this season. Touchdown, Jermad McCoy. Feels like I've said that already. 46-yard pick six. He's going to throw up the Heisman pose. 3 interceptions today for Jermad McCoy. And we will turn over the reins to Manu Incognito. 45-10. We're not going to stop trying. It's a college football playoff game, but yeah. We're in a pretty tough position. And this is one of those games where maybe in Conference USA, Zach Poole's speed can burn everybody. A little harder to do so in the SEC. We'll take a shot for him. And he can't reel it in double coverage. Manu Incognito, of course, into the game. Try to manufacture touches for Poole, who's a little banged up. Nowhere to go, and it's 3rd and 10. Incognito was a recruit that we brought in last season. He's got very good speed, pretty good arm. And he's able to hit Tyler Branham in stride for one of the biggest gains we've seen in the entire second half. I think there's also a chance we see Austin Hill at some point today. I hate to say at some point, but things are looking so bad. Incognito, of course, is a true freshman. with very good speed. Austin Hill is wearing the red shirt this year. He has not appeared in a game. He's got 97 speed with a very good arm. 93 throw power, 89 short accuracy, 90 medium, 84 deep, 81 throw on the run. He is a true freshman. Moses Butts is also on the team. He's a redshirt freshman. But Austin Hill might be next in line to come in. Incognito is sacked. Need to just get rid of the football there. Can't hold it like that. 3rd and 13. Incognito trying to use that speed. Gets a block. Makes it 4th and manageable. Obviously will not be punting. Even down 45-10. What do we do? What do we do if we punt? We give the ball back to Tennessee anyway. Throw underneath for Ivy. Tennessee defended it extremely well, and they forced a turnover on downs. Under pressure. Got a sack on Nico, and you wonder why he's even still in the game at this point. It is 45-10. I don't know. You're almost asking for an injury at this point. Screen! Get out there. It's a good tackle. At least we get the football back. Is that in at least? I don't even know if I want it. And they got the best punter of all time as well. Okay. We'll start on the 4. And this might be the final carry in the Trenton State career for Javius Bond. He was a transfer running back. He's had a pretty good senior season. Made some big plays for us. And Javius Bond has one of another big plays in his career. Gain of 30. And that'll be a good send-off for him as we look to end the 3rd quarter. Joey Boozer into the game. There's Clay Ivy. He gets a 1st down. And it is the 4th quarter here in Trenton. The Volunteers have had our number today, I think it's fair to say. We've actually passed for more yards, but they have more than double our average play. 11 yards to 5. So that's not great. 4th quarter. 8 minutes left on the clock. Playing for pride at this point. Playing for pride. They're not really letting us go deep. We're trying to take what's there. There's Tyler Branham into the open field. Branham fighting. Touchdown. He still wants to win. I don't know that it's going to happen, but I can appreciate the effort. Quick throw up the seam. We love a quick decision for Manu Incognito, and they made a decision to not cover him, which was bizarre. And then, of course, he's a fast tight end. He's got enough speed to carry that into the end zone. Safety takes a bad angle, and that's all it took. Francois could not keep up. They tried to save a touchdown, but could not. It is 45-17. There's a lot of time left. We're going to have to start onside kicking it. And maybe we get lucky. We'll need a few of these. We will not get the first one. Please just run the ball for the rest of the game. Oh, the backups are in. Big hit. Yeah, Nico's out of the game. 3rd and 7. If they pass, we are in trouble. It's an RPO. Why are they doing this? You're up 45-17. They're still running RPOs, dude. Read option. Light up this QB. We're going to make him swallow his teeth. 2nd and 1. Running back gets it. Big hit. 3rd and inches. Basically going to run blitz the hell out of this. They could absolutely choose to pass here as they are in empty. Could it be a QB draw? I suppose so. Shot to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Still passing here, up 45-17 in the 4th. Good for them. See what the freshman can do. Go fuck yourself. All right, we're going to see Austin Hill. True freshman with electric speed. Of course, we'll still keep the red shirt. You can appear in up to 4 games. And he's going to play in college football playoff. So there you go. See if he can throw the football a little bit. He can. Zach Poole can't catch it. Not the start you were looking for. Austin Hill can run a little bit, though. And there goes Austin Hill. Following blockers, Austin Hill taken off into Tennessee territory. Still need to overcome a monster deficit. But it's a 42-yard scramble from Austin Hill. We look to take off again. And remember, he can throw. He might be the most accurate quarterback on the roster. But he definitely has wheels as well. Might be the fastest player on the roster. Can he throw on the run? That's maybe a little bit more of a question. Intercepted, Tennessee football. That is the 4th interception of the game by Jermod Hill, by the way. Fumble, I mean, the fact that he was even still going is insane. Another forced fumble. I mean, if we could capitalize on our offensive possessions, we actually might not be out of this game. Or, like, we wouldn't have been as Zach Poole makes the catch. Because we forced a number of turnovers. We just kept turning over the football ourselves at a ridiculously high rate. And now I get we don't have a lot of choice. We went down by so much so early. But, you know, it's a tough spot. Hill, scramble, touchdown. Austin Hill with his first career touchdown as a runner. That's interesting. I mean, again, he's the most accurate quarterback on the roster with maybe the best arm overall in terms of pure arm strength. But has some pretty incredible speed. And now Manu Incognito and Austin Hill are 2 backup quarterbacks. I think have combined for more total touchdowns than Henry Streeter in the entire game. We're not going to bother calling timeouts, obviously. We are down 52 to 24. Just absolutely outplayed. Tennessee was a really, really good team. I can't even say it was a really good challenge. We were just decimated. 52-24 is your final. Not the result we wanted, obviously, in the college football playoff. But the result we got. Emmett Lemons. Can you do something special? Obviously not. Tough result. We were not ready for Tennessee. Their defense was really, really good. They forced us to be one-dimensional. And they took a massive lead early. We could not stop them either. Jermod McCoy, 4 interceptions and a touchdown. He was everywhere I wanted to throw today, I think. 5 interceptions for us. We actually ended up with more time of possession because Tennessee scored so fast. Did not win the turnover battle, that's for sure. 4 picks for Streeter, no touchdowns. Touchdown for Manu Incognito, who really moved the ball effectively through the air. Of course, Austin Hill really mainly ran the ball. Of course, did have that pick. And rushing, I mean, it was a disaster. Javius Bond did rip off the 29-yard run. And that was a nice play to see, but otherwise we could not run the ball. Receiving, Tyler Branham, 7 for 134 and a touchdown. We struggled to find Zach Poole today. We struggled to do anything. And then defensively, these guys were just outmatched. You can look at the numbers and they might look okay, but we were outmatched. A couple of forced fumbles from our safeties. It's the last game you're going to see from Colby McAllister, who's a really nice player for us. The fumbles were recovered by our starting corners and forced by our starting safeties. Been upgraded to coach level 24. Our season, of course, is over. Trenton State breaks school record in 52-24 loss to Trenton State. I don't know if I like how that sounds. What does that mean? So our season has come to an end. We know that. Super disappointing, but we just didn't have the players at the end of the day. You know, could have played better individually, I'm sure, but we were just outmatched. And that's college football sometimes, right? We lost our defensive coordinator, by the way. Jack Beckham. Was he not the elite recruiter? No, he still is. He's just showing up as a tactician now. Okay. So we'll look into hiring a new defensive coordinator with maybe a better pipeline in the next episode. That'll be the off-season episode. You'll see how recruiting ends up finishing out. You will see the off-season upgrades and really the setup and the start of season number 4. We finished 12-2. It was quite a good season, just not enough in the end, unfortunately. And we'll look to build off of that. I'm excited about the future. We're going to be losing quite a few players. Landon Dean, Quincy Wiggins, maybe some others to the transfer portal. So we got a lot of work ahead of us here to go through until we reach season number 4. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.